let's work 15.2, or at least kind of go over what they're talking about. And this is one of those ones that in today's world they still use nautical miles. If you are a sailor or a boat person in the ocean, people still use nautical miles and knots for speed, which is kind of weird that they haven't switched over, but that's just like latitude, longitude. They use arc minutes and arc seconds. They still do. Yeah, seems like in traveling around the earth, people still use these. So, like it says, if you have an angle of 1 arc minute, 1, and you put a little dash there, which means minutes, then on the surface of the earth, the arc length is called 1 nautical mile. So that length there is 1 nautical mile. 1 minute is way smaller than this, but if I drew it to scale, it would just look like a line, and I couldn't write 1 little minute in there. And then the radius of the earth, they tell us, which is the real radius of the earth, is 3,960 miles. Okay, they want to know what a nautical mile is to the nearest 10 feet. So I guess they want us to convert that into feet. Okay, so we know that the arc length S is R times the angle, if the angle is in radians. So the first step is, like in part A here, is we need to convert 1 arc minute into radians. Okay, well 1 arc minute is the same as 1/60th of a degree, 1/60th degree, right? Because there's 60 arc minutes in a degree. So 1/60th degree, if you change that to radians, you multiply by pi divided by 180. And we know that's right because the degrees cancel. 1/60th degree divided by degrees cancel. And so that's how many radians we have. So let's see, that's pi divided by 180 divided by 60. It's going to be a small number. It's a very small number. I'm going to keep lots of decimal places because they want a really accurate number. So they get 0.000290888 radians. That's how many radians it is. Now we can figure out the arc length. That's just R times that angle. The radius is 3,960 times that horrible number, which I'll write again, 290,888. And I just kept that on my calculator. So times 3,960 is 1.152. 1.15191. Let's just keep everything. So 1.15191 miles. Sorry, what am I saying? 1.15. Oh yeah, miles. That's right, because this is in miles, because our radius is in miles, so it is miles. Okay, so a nautical mile is 1.15191. Regular miles, they say within 10 feet. So let's multiply that by 5,280 to get feet. So times 5280, and I get 682 feet. 682 feet. They said the nearest 10 feet, so maybe 6,080 feet or something. Because, yeah. Okay, so that's part A. So a nautical mile is a little bit bigger than a regular mile. So it's kind of nice, it's close, it's too bad it's not perfect, but whatever. Okay, then in part B, they say a vessel travels 1 nautical mile in 1 hour is said to have a knot. So 1 knot, which is a crazy thing again, 1 knot is 1 nautical mile, whatever that is, nautical mile, divided by 1 hour, 1 nautical mile per hour. So basically we need to have a conversion factor. So we need to convert to miles per hour. So that's 1.15 miles per hour. Okay, so if we know knots, we multiply by 1.15 to get miles per hour, because 1 knot is 1.15 miles per hour. So 26 knots times, and the way you'd write that is 1.15 miles per hour per knot. That's the same thing as a knot. knots cancel. We know we did it right. We get miles per hour. You just multiply that and you get whatever that is. Okay, I'll just do it. 26 times 1.15. So 29.9 miles per hour, mph, however you want to write. Again, I always do miles with mi, just so you know it's not meters, because it gets kind of confusing. And it's too much work to write out miles all the time. Okay, so now, part C, they say if you're going 18 miles per hour, how many knots is that going to be? So you just use the same conversion factor, but you divide by 1.15 because you know you're going to get a smaller number because knots are faster. So if you're going 18 miles per hour, you're probably going to be going like 15 knots or something. So you can do that. Just the conversion factor is 1.15, and then you just convert. So that's the whole knots and miles thing, and they still use those units, which I find pretty crazy. So, okay, hope that helps. Bye.